We're going to begin with our closing remarks now. And Todd, you're going to go first. You have 90 seconds to give us your closing remarks, and thank you very much.
Thank you. I do believe that women bear the hardest of hardship with unemployment here in America. There's 9.8 million people unemployed in America, and if we say women are half of that, I believe they bear the hardest of hardship in that. When I talk about putting people first, when I talk about a commerce fund for small businesses and property owners, that is so that we can put the people of Rhode Island first. We have been overlooked for too long. We've watched investments all in one Hail Mary pass is what we call it, right? 38 studios. So we've seen that. So people have demanded that we share the help that we can to the small businesses and property owners in the state. I've been on this mission to create a jobs plan and we've paid for it for a number of years. And I think that if we ask for our fair share of the 2008 Economic Stabilization Act, we can create those commerce funds, those infrastructure funds, and that supports jobs at every level in every community. It works to bridge the skills gap for men, for women. It strengthens families. Again, in supporting the social services here in the state, we need to get it right so people don't fall through the cracks. So that's what I talk about. I thank you all for joining us here tonight, and thanks for your support.
Thank you. Clay?
Tonight, we have heard how each of us hopes to ensure that all Rhode Islanders are able to succeed and thrive. And that's the reason that I'm in this race. Public service has always been at the center of my life, and I will speak up for those who too often have not had a voice. We'll stand up against discrimination and against the attack on women's rights and liberties. And I will work to improve protections for women on issues such as pay equity, sexual harassment, domestic violence, and reproductive care. Throughout my life, I've been surrounded by strong women, from my grandmother, to my mother, to my wife who's here today. Growing up, I was inspired by the example set by my Aunt Julie. Julie could have lived a life of quiet comfort, but she chose a difficult and different path. She chose to stand up and be open about who she was. She did that because she knew that too many gay and lesbian Rhode Islanders were suffering discrimination every single day. Sadly, Julie is not with us today, but her spirit and her legacy can be found in the hard-fought victories of our state's LGBT movement. We all have a stake in the equal opportunities that should be available to all Rhode Islanders. My commitment to you is that I will be the strongest governor to advocate for the rights of women and for the rights of all people in this. And I will work to ensure opportunity for everyone every single day.
Thank you. Gina?
Thank you. If we are going to finally make real and lasting progress to bring about gender equality, we have to start by accepting the basic fact, which is that policies that help and support women are good for everybody. Women's issues shouldn't just be a checklist of things that are nice to have after we finish all the other hard work. These issues, this discussion we've had tonight, should inform every decision we make. It should inform our hiring decisions to make sure that we have a diverse set of perspectives at every table. It should inform our policies. If we're going to have girls in high-paying jobs, then we need to start encouraging them and teaching them science, technology, engineering, and math so they can enjoy the benefits of that as they go on to have their careers. For many years, I've been a board member of Crossroads Rhode Island, and several years ago, we learned that the homeless rate among women was skyrocketing much higher than men. So we addressed that by opening a women's homeless shelter to cater to the different needs of women. It is time. It's time that we recognize these issues. We bring about flexibility in the workforce. I live it every day. I live the tough balance that so many of us live between work and life. unleash the potential and productivity and talent of the women that we have in this great state. And I just want to thank everyone here for being here, and to all of you at the Women's Fund who have fought on these issues for years. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Angel.
Thank you. I'm glad to be able to be here with you tonight, and I want to thank everyone for being here for this opportunity. I'm here because of the hope of a woman. I said, okay, let's see if we get this right. I'm here because of the hope of a woman who crossed an ocean looking for the American dream. It's been my mother's sacrifice, and everything that she has worked for has been for her kids, and it's made a huge difference in my life. I can relate to the woman who asked about her 2 kids and how hard she's working 2 jobs. I saw my mom work very hard to raise us. That's why I'm running. I'm running because I want to make sure people have an opportunity to succeed. Everyone has an opportunity to succeed. To do that, we need to build a diverse economy, from technology to tourism and everything in between, so we can create good paying jobs for everyone. We need to make sure to have pay equity in our state. That's vital, and it's the right thing to do. We need to raise the minimum wage, which will help the families out of poverty. We need to make sure to focus on education, because if you want to give a child a path out of poverty, you need a good education system. I know this because I've traveled that path. And I want to thank the Women's Fund. It's been a pleasure to work with you on the municipal appointment project and making sure that we appoint more women to boards and commissions, including Gina Harris, who's the head of the licensing board here in the city of Providence now. And I want to do the same thing as governor, make sure that we include everyone, that we open doors and create opportunity. President Obama said it well when he said, when women succeed, America succeeds.
Thank you. Ken.
I want to thank the Women's Fund for putting on this event tonight. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 to 3 years from now, the projected budget deficit is estimated to come close to $500 million. $500 million. We have a legislature that routinely has problems closing a $100 million budget deficit. This imperils every one of us. It's gender indiscriminate. The only way that we can pull ourselves out from where we are right now and protect the social safety net is to become economically competitive. And I look at one of the most conservative states in the country who turned themselves around. They had a very poor economic climate. They had a horrible school system. We used to call it Massachusetts, and now it's Massachusetts. They had a school system that was ranked near the bottom, and now they have a school system that's ranked near the top. The model for change of what we need to do in our state is just north of our border, and they're there. They are our prime competitors. We have to face up to the fact that the only way that we are going to secure the futures of our children, to keep them here if they choose to stay here, is to ensure that the jobs are going to be here for them when they graduate. And the only way that we're going to make that happen is to raise our game, become competitive in Massachusetts, and bring the revenues in for the new jobs that come in to support everything it is that we want to do. Thank you for your time tonight.
No, thank you to the Women's Fund for having this very important discussion amongst all the gubernatorial candidates. And the next governor of our great state of Rhode Island is going to have to serve a very different, changing population and the needs within that population. And during my 3 terms now as mayor, I've been committed to reflecting that change, not only within the people of my administration, but serving the people outside, in the private sector, the employers, the small business owners, working with each and every one of them, encouraging small business owners, particularly those of diverse backgrounds, whether it's people of color or women-owned businesses, working with them so they can grow and expand to be the next Amazon at the next level. And that's my commitment to all of you, to empower and all the people of the state of Rhode Island with a tax reduction plan to make sure that you have the money to start your businesses and keep those dollars and invest it back into the employers so that you can create more good paying jobs for people. We also have to make sure that as leaders, government leaders, we continue to invest in our workforce and ensure that there are leaders representative of our constituencies we serve. That's the only way we're going to know about the issues that are confronting all of us. And I've made that commitment to, in politics, supporting not only people of color, but women
whether it's with the city council or school committee, and I commit to doing that at the next level to support General Assembly candidates so that all voices can be heard and more of these issues are raised at all levels. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, we conclude this gubernatorial forum.